Hello and welcome, my fellow followers of chaos, to another episode in Total War Campaign Focus, the series where I play the first few years of a Total War campaign and show you what to expect, and then deliver my final thoughts and opinions and possibly tips if they do arise in the campaign. So today we'll be starting the Celts culture and taking a look at the Ebdanians, recommended by Gustav Carlson and Joshua Jourdan. Both of you wanted to see this faction, so they will definitely be next. And then we also have a recommendation by Joshua Jourdan to do the Swabians, so they'll be up next as well after this. So let's take a look at the Ebdanians. Their faction leader is Vocenios. They're Celtic pagans like the others. They're all... there's a little description about them. Woohoo! Then, of course, being part of the Celts culture, they have the cultural trait Swift Spoils, which is minus 15% movement speed reduction in raiding stance, so you can actually kind of walk around in raiding stance with these guys. Plus 200% raiding income in enemy and neutral territory, and all units have guerrilla deployment. And that's your main thing, like with these factions, is you can guerrilla deploy in every single battle. So you got some cavalry, very good. Put them right next to the enemy's lines, and they just wreck them. And then their unique faction trait is Rack and Ruin, which is sacking and looting income plus 75% and income plus 100 for every 10% damage caused to settlements during a battle. So you actually get money for destroying settlements pretty much. Their initial challenge is normal, and this is their minor victory conditions. 425 spring, control 25 settlements, control these two provinces, which you're going to own because it's Britain and Caledonia and Hibernia. Research 10 technologies. Earn the following income from raiding 7,000. So these guys actually require more raiding income than the other factions. Loot and sack 5 different settlements and maintain 60 units in total. So that's the Ebdanians. Let's get right into it. So everyone, welcome to the Ebdanians campaign. If you take a look at your screen, you can see that you start off with 2 armies. One led by your king, the Blades. So this consists of 7 units, one being a Celtic Warlord, which only the 3 Celtic factions have, so I guess you could call it unique to them. But yeah, as you can see, melee attack is very low, but melee damage is quite high. Lots of health. Decent armor, definitely better compared to their starting units. And yeah. Then you have 2 units of Celtic Levy, which of course are unique to the Celts. 2 units of Celtic Band, which are again unique to the Celts. Now all these units kind of rely on getting into the fight and not being shot at, because they have like hardly any real defense and stuff. They're all these units are very is it impervious, or is that when they're in? I don't know. Either way, they're very vulnerable. There we go. That's a word. To being shot at and just fighting in general. They're very weak units, so you definitely have to get them in there and do some serious damage. Then their second army, which is actually a bit larger, has 11 units. So you have a Celtic Warlord, 2 units of Celtic Levy, 2 units of Celtic Band, 2 units of Celtic Bows, which I completely forgot to talk about. There's 2 units of Celtic Bows, which are again unique to the Celts. 2 units of Brigands, and 2 units of Cavalry Raiders. So all these units are unique, I guess you could say, to the Celts, but none of them are Ebdanian unique. What can we recruit from the beginning? Brigands and Celtic Levy. Wonderful. If we take a look at your one settlement Eblana, you can see that you have a dwelling, which is a level 1 town, a fishing jetties, which you can put up to, which is actually a tier 2 port, so you could actually convert this to something else if you wish. And then you also have a farmstead. If we take a look at diplomacy, you start off only knowing of your Celtic brothers and the Western Roman Empire, because that's all you can see. The other Celts like you quite a bit, but honestly, I'd probably recommend going after them before they get too strong. And you start off the strongest out of the 3, so it probably would be wise to take their lands, because this is all one province here, so it'd be nice to unify that under your own control. If you take a look at their technologies, it's the same as all the barbarians and Germans and Celts and stuff have the same tech tree. It's just different names and different units get changed by stuff in different buildings. Because I mean, like, it's exactly the same layout. It's just they have different buildings and different all that crap. But most of the Celtic Oh, never mind. It's just these few here. Change units. But yeah, it's the same as the other factions that we've seen before. And finally, if we take a look at their family tree, you can see you have your king, Vosenios, and you have a son and a daughter. So your son Mortex and Tigotia. You have two nobles, Penios and Doratios. It sounds Spanish. I shouldn't be saying it's definitely not pronounced that way. But then you have three candidates as well that no one cares about. So yeah, guys, that's the beginning of the Ebdanians campaign. So let's get into some trouble. So I failed to mention that the Celts actually have a unique event chain known as the Cycle of the Olam Re. So this is basically like the lay of your board. It even has the same little picture thing, where you craft your own character, and he can either become a super militaristic guy or a pretty calm and good governory kind of guy. So yeah, this is where you build your guy. So he departs from wherever determined to discover the future in store for his people. He will find knowledge in it knowledge of it or forge it himself. Either he heads to the lake or he heads to the forest. I'm going to head to the forest. So let's see how this little event chain goes on further. So we're into the next part of the cycle of the Olam Re. The Re comes across three sons from Tyrian, I don't know, covered in blood and surrounded by villagers. They are accused of slaying Kyan, a local king. I'm pretty sure that's how it's pronounced. I've seen people with that name before pronounce Kyan, so I don't know. They beg for mercy, claiming that he had taken the shape of a pig and was unrecognizable. If he lets them go, they claim they will prove their innocence by retrieving his hide and demonstrating its magical powers. Let's see what they can do. I'll see you in the next part. So we're in the third part of this cycle of Olam Re. As promised, the three sons of Tyrian, return bearing a bloody pigskin. However, they have paid a heavy price. All three bear mortal wounds. They claim that the skin has potent healing powers and beg the Re to bind their wounds in it. In return, they promise to provide the answer to any question. Yeah, sure, use it. Yeah, if he can save them, the Re will. Yeah. So let's see what else we can get into. Okay, so due to our actions with Olam Re, he has Olam Re of Wisdom. So we got a general and a Blana. And let's go look at what we made. Olam Re of Wisdom, the fearless warrior. He has +1 zeal, which is okay. He's mishappen, so that's kind of, or misshapen? Mishappen? I don't know. Affects enemy morale, but public order is kind of low, and he has lower authority. The Olam Re's brilliance. Plus 15% research rate, minus 15% for all units local province, corruption minus 30%. Holy cow! So he's an excellent governor. That's what we made of that. Okay, cool. So that's what we made. So yeah, guys, I'll get back to you when we have some more to show. So guys, welcome to the final battle against the Picts. I've taken all the settlements in our starting province, but this little horde of Picts, there's a lot, well, there is more than this. They decided to come and try to face me. So this is the, what is that all the way back? Oh, that's my cav I have over there. This is the appeal of the Celtic factions. Like, I mean, this is where I'm starting. Right here, right in front of them. And I also have cavalry over here in the woods that can strike, because they have onagers somewhere, and I'd like to take them out. But like with these warhounds, I'm pretty sure like right off the bat I'm gonna be able, like, I'll only have to walk like a little bit and they'll be in the range of attacking the enemy skirmishers. So it's gonna be quite interesting. But I just want to show you guys what some of these units look like, because I'm on to the tier 2 units already. Well, these aren't tier 2. Oh no, okay, it's just these that are tier 2 then. But I've already gotten past the crappy first tier units. So here's those Celtic spearmen, and they look quite intimidating. They're a very dangerous looking lot, I must say. Then we have Celtic War Band, which are actually pretty nice looking. No, that's a woman. They're all women. What? No, just joking. But like, look at their shields and stuff. They have pretty big shields. I would imagine they have a good missile block chance. Then we have Celtic Axe Band, which are kind of like your Germanic Axe Band, really. They're just the same thing, only they have these little tiny cute Celtic square shields. Ooh. And then of course Celtic Bows. There's a bow unit. Celtic skirmishers are the second tier skirmish unit, but I mean, we've seen these kind of units before. Small shields, javelins, blah blah blah. These are mercenaries, but I think this is actually a unit you can recruit too sometime. But then I also got gazehounds, and they have 84 war dogs, which is crazy. And yeah, that's them. So yeah, guys. Oh, I also didn't show you the Celtic Warlord. Here they are. Look how fancy they are. Of course, this is the reskinned, making them look so fancy like this. But hey, it's better than nothing. Oh, that's our king. Being all naked. Look at him. Look at that little belly button. Ooh. Okay, this is getting weird. I'll see you guys later. So everybody, it's that time of the video again. It's 400 AD. So what have we accomplished? As you can see, we've taken all of Scotland and Ireland. Well, of course we started in Ireland, so that makes sense. And we've also got a military ally with Britain, who has taken Wales, or well, modern Wales. Of course, none of these names actually existed back then, I suppose, other than Britain. But what have we done? Well, basically, I went here. I sailed the army that started in the ocean here. I sailed and took Saguntium, and then liberated it. So Britain came around. Then they swept around here, while this army went through here, and we pincer attacked Eildon, took out the Caledonians in one swoop, and then I built up my forces and went up to Twices and took out the Picts. And as you've seen, the battle we fought against the Picts for the video was up here. So that was they ran off into the hills when I went to besiege them. So as you can see, 5 years into the campaign, this is what we're standing with in terms of military forces, and we're still raking in over 1,000. And I could be doing better. I have lots of buildings I could upgrade and stuff. And yeah, of course, there's this expensive unit of cavalry that if we got rid of, we'd be making more money. But yeah, pretty successful. And honestly, this was the easiest faction-focused video, or campaign-focused rather, that I've like ever done, because there was no like big like WTF moments that happened, like a lot of them, which I don't show on camera, like me having to restart the whole damn thing because stuff happens or stuff like that. There was no real super bad challenge. I did have to fight a couple of big battles, but it was nothing too bad, because it's not like we were fighting heavy infantry or something. It was equal infantry to ours. And in the case of the battle I showed you guys, we were fighting inferior infantry with ours. So yeah, also this is another unit that I didn't realize I could recruit, was these Celtic Woodrunners. So at this point in the campaign, this is all the things I can recruit. Berserkers, Axe Band, all these cool units. So 5 years in, you can already recruit pretty diverse armies with good units, which is quite nice. So, would I recommend this campaign? Absolutely yes. I would recommend any of the Celtic campaigns because they're all equally fun. I actually did a campaign on YouTube as the Picts. I canceled that though. Actually, I canceled it because I done goofed. I took all of Britain, and then pretty much everybody started declaring war on me. I had a battle in Camalodunum every single episode, so I decided to end it because it was never going to end, because I kept I kept losing, then reconquering, and losing and reconquering. So yeah, don't watch that unless you really want to, but still don't. But anyway, yes, I would recommend the campaign. It is very fun, and it's not that it's super easy that it's not fun. There is a little bit of challenge. Of course, if I push down into Britain against the random factions that are here, of course, that'd be extra challenge and stuff. But I mean, yeah, it's easy-ish. It's on the easier side. New people could definitely play this campaign. But yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I hope you look forward to the Swabians being up next, because they are requested. So be sure to leave down in the comments below what faction you'd like to see next, because I haven't done that many yet, and there's still plenty left to go in Attila. So until then, guys, this has been Overkill as always, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.